Ofsted grades for schools are being scrapped and replaced with a broader picture of strengths and weaknesses. Ofsted inspectors will no longer rate state schools in England with one-word grades like outstanding or inadequate. A new system of school reports will be introduced from next September. The family of the head teacher, Ruth Perry, had lobbied for the change after she took her own life in 2023 following an inspection when her school was given the lowest rating. Our education editor, Branwyn Jeffries, reports.
Back to school, but with new rules this year. The Prime Minister and Education Secretary visiting a primary to say schools have to meet high standards, but inspectors won't be handing out one overall grade. I asked the Education Secretary, will they act if a school is failing?
I won't hesitate to act to make sure that we drive up standards in our schools, because I know that children get only one chance when they're at school, only one chance, and we have to make sure we get that right. There has been too much complacency about the need to support schools to improve, and this government is changing it.
This school will keep its outstanding grade until the next inspection. This year, school inspections will happen using exactly the same standards, and parents will get the same 3 or 4 page report, just without that headline grade at the top. By next year, there's meant to be a report card system, and the details of how that will work are still unclear. In Oldham today, parents said Ofsted grades were only one part of choosing a school.
Ideally, you need more information. So when it says good, adequate, but in what sense?
To describe something in one word, I'm not sure whether that's a good thing. As a parent, you'd like to know more before you send your kids there.
You sort of want to know if they're getting the individual support and if the food's good and if the atmosphere's good. So I think a bigger report probably is more helpful.
Last year, primary head teacher Ruth Perry died by suicide. An inquest found an Ofsted inspection contributed to her death. Her sister Julia has been calling for the headline grades to go.
She had a really bruising inspection that left her very fragile. And that word, inadequate, she went over and over and over it. She kept repeating it. She wrote it down. It was both the kind of shame of that one word, the nature of that one word, inadequate, the sort of public humiliation that goes along with that.
What head teachers are calling for is a culture shift. This Birmingham school got a good grade. Even so, the head teacher was left feeling shaken.
The Ofsted inspector was very much of the view, well, as she actually said to me, if we don't try and break the head teacher, how do we know they're strong enough to lead a school? That is not the kind of environment that anybody should have to work in. We don't want an easy ride. We just want it to be fair and to be positive, not to be negative.
The challenge is for his government to give parents the information they need and make sure inspection does lead to schools improving. Branwyn Jeffries, BBC News.